I muted the wrong thing. I muted my mic instead of the game audio. Sorry about that. My mic is not dead. I just muted the wrong thing because I was being silly. But no, Jay Bowler, I have no plans of playing Need for Speed Heat. It was a consideration back in November for variety for the end of the year. But it just so happened like Pokemon and Shenmue, the stuff I was playing was more than enough to take me through the end of the year. And now I have no desire to go back and play Need for Speed Heat now. So no, I'm not playing it. What do you mean you'll never know what I said? What I said is what I just said now. I just repeated it. So you would hear what I said when I muted it like an idiot. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Thanks to everyone who's contributed so far tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you to Snake Eater, top cheerer, as well as, Anthony, who's the top tipper of the night. Reminder, tipping me helps me more than anything right now, so please tip me if you can. But I appreciate all contributions. We're also trying to hit the subs goal, which ain't going so well because apparently a sub bomb expired, and we ended up in the course of a day losing over 40 subs. So it kind of sucks that we got 70 to go. But it is what it is, I guess. That's life, right? Huh? I'm playing Pokemon Sword again this weekend. Saturday? What's today? Today is Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday. Yeah, I'll play it again on Saturday. And then I'm playing it again on Sunday night. I know that's a lot of Pokemon in 1 week, but I'm going to play it again on Sunday night. Because on Sunday night, I'm going to do a late night stream of it to do stuff that I wasn't able to do when I played it during the day. Because apparently when you play the game at night, it actually does different stuff. Like different Pokemon come out. You can evolve certain Pokemon at night. So I'm going to do that come Sunday night. Okay, a special late night stream. Yeah, I hear you, Snake Eater. Says we're being harassed by trolls for contributing so much. You turn off DMs, dude. I kind of warned you already. I knew that would happen. Whenever you contribute, you're going to have idiots who are going to harass you in private messages and stuff. Just shut it down. Shut down the private messages so no one can annoy you. There's no reason to have private messages on Twitch. There's no, it's mostly for harassment and for scams and stuff. That's all it's for. So no one actively uses it to communicate. You can turn them off. Excuse me. Whew. Okay. God damn it. I got a bad drop. I got a bad drop because I didn't catch the wind with my parachute right. So I landed right outside of where I wanted to go. Sucks. Okay. That's right, PS1 graphics. Okay. It took a long time. I literally just got, just listen to this, a victim blamer. Are you guys ready? You guys love victim blaming, right? And by the way, I am no SJW, and I'm not into this kind of shit, but you love it when victim blaming happens. So, someone just tipped me $1 and said it's my fault for bringing my then fiance, soon-to-be wife, onto the Halloween stream because I get bullied every day, so I should have expected that it was going to be incredibly toxic and nasty to her, and it's my fault for bringing her into that environment. I just want you to think about this. I just want you to think about this for a second, okay? Someone who has never done anything negative to anyone on the internet whatsoever. Someone who wanted to be a part of a fun special event because people had asked her to be on it, by the way. When I announced I was doing a Halloween marathon and it was the first time that Kat had been living with me, people were actively asking for weeks and weeks, will she be on the Halloween marathon? Because we'd like to see her dress up. We'd like to spend some time with her. That way it's kind of a fun family thing, right? But then she comes on and lo and behold, people are insanely disgusting to her, all right? It's her fault. What? Or it's my fault. Wait, what? That's like, it's just insanity. That's absolute insanity. Are you out of your mind? Like, so it's my fault or her fault that people are disgusting and do insanely immoral, fucked up things. That's our fault. That people couldn't just be nice. Okay. I'll have to think about that some more. I don't think how long I think about it, that's going to make any logical fucking sense. Oh my god. Of course I wonder what would happen prior to the stream. Oh, hello. God damn it. God damn it, these guns suck. Oh, what the fuck is this? I actually did hit him. Holy shit. He's punching me. Oh, look, it's the stream sniper. I don't think the other guy was the stream sniper. It wasn't. Ha ha ha. I was fighting a legit player, but the stream sniper showed up. He's teabagging him. Yeah, that was a legit player I was fighting. Oh my god, what a mess this fucking game is. Anyway, no, Crispy Bacon, you're a complete and utter fucking joke to life and a failure and a piece of shit asshole for victim blaming someone. That's not how it works, you know? That's just not how it works. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. It would be one thing if you're someone who's actively asking for trouble, right? Someone who, I'm an instigator, I have purposely said nasty things, people hate me, and now I'm going to go into an environment that's a hostile environment. Versus someone who's never done a damn thing, you wouldn't think that anyone would have anything negative towards them, and then all of a sudden people are nasty to them anyway just because they can be. It's like I said, I don't feel that the people were nasty to her that day because they wanted, it was anything negative towards her. I think they just did it because they could get away with it. They genuinely wanted to see a person get hurt, okay? Genuinely wanted to see a person just get hurt and have no repercussions for it. Because that's the anonymity of the internet, right? Now, me, it's my job to be here on a daily basis. I choose to stream, even though, quite frankly, there's nothing else I could do for a job right now anyway. But I choose to stream. I put myself out here every day. And so people come in here and do nasty shit to me. Okay, you know, you kind of got to accept it. Is it fucked up? Of course it is. Should it happen? Absolutely not. But I've gotten thick skinned. That doesn't mean everyone else does. This was a special event where people had nicely asked her to be on the stream for like a month and a half, 2 months ahead of time of this event. She went out of her way to go and buy a nice Halloween costume to be a part of the event. And all it was disgusting people all fucking day. And she was only on the stream for like an hour and a half. So many people were nasty to her. I had enough. And it wasn't fun anymore. She didn't want to come back. And literally, she still says to this day, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it because of that. You know? It's fucked up. It really is. And, you know, that's no amount of victim blaming is going to make you in the right. The truth of the matter is people who are like that, oh, it was her fault. That's because they don't want to feel guilty. They know that doing that was messed up and wrong. They know, on the inside, they know it. As humans, they know what they did was wrong. But because there's no repercussions for it, they feel that it's okay. So, I know it's wrong, but let me try to justify myself by saying it's her fault and his fault for having her on the streets. Like, wait a minute. No. You actively chose to come to the stream. You actively chose to say disgusting, fucked up things for 2.5 hours. And, like, it's our fault. No, that's your fault. You, as a human being, you have the ability to discern from right and wrong in your head. You knew it was wrong. You did it anyway. You actively hurt someone. And now you want to try to hide that. Like, oh, no, we didn't do nothing wrong. It's their fault. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. There's nothing whatsoever that's going to justify what was happened that day. It was just a fucked up thing. And it's, you know, and what's hilarious is those same people who did it are now angry that Kat won't be on my content anymore. Oh, she won't come on your streams anymore. It's messed up. We want her on the stream. That's why she won't come. You ruined it. You literally acted like a complete immature idiot and ruined everything for yourselves because you could have had her as part of the streams and had a variety of content, and now you just get me every day all day because she has no desire to be on here because of you. And there's no one to blame but you. If you were one of the people who acted like that, it's your fault. Not hers, not mine. Yours and yours alone. It doesn't matter how much you try to justify to make yourself feel better, it will always be your fucking fault. Spawn Killer tipped $1. Would you replace sleeping dogs again? I would. However, it would be pretty tough because I'd have to disable all the music. In fact, my entire original Sleeping Dogs playthrough was either claimed or muted or both. Some parts blocked, too. When all that content I declaimed hit, that was one of the playthroughs that was hit some of the worst. Okay. Let's try this again. Sadly, probably the person will still find me. It is what it is, I guess. Orcs or Dorks Charity said, here's a scenario. You have $10 million? No. $100,000. You can only invest in one thing. You can't spend it for 5 years. I have no idea what I would do with it. I don't know what you're talking. If I had that much money, I'd have to pay taxes and shit. I'd have to pay what I owe. I wouldn't be able to invest it in anything. So I don't think hypothetically about that stuff that can't happen. Okay? Oh, that is true too, Third Eye. Third Eye Cheery says, this crispy bacon person doesn't have their facts straight. I remember the stream. I remember cheering and asking Kat her favorite race and play style in Skyrim. I remember when the stream started, you said she couldn't stay for the whole stream. She was going out or something. People needed to get their facts straight when saying she was affected by trolls. That is true. It was never in the plans for that Halloween event for her to be on the stream the entire time. That is 100% true. She was going to stay at the very least, for the first half. And then she had some other stuff that she had to do later in the day anyway. But she left very prematurely. She only stayed for one game. That was it. Because she had enough. It was so fucking nasty what was going on. She had actually planned to stay for at least 2-3 games. And we actually lined up the games that we thought she would like more to be earlier on in the stream because of that. Okay. All right. Like I said, I really hope that Modern Warfare ends up getting Battle Royale stuff sooner rather than later, because this sucks. Not only is the gameplay terrible, but then the fucking trolls too. It's so stupid. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. That guy's banned for good. Fucking idiot. The hate to me $. Can you watch the worst of TNA or WCW on Twitch instead of playing PUBG because you are not suffering enough? The truth of the matter is I probably wouldn't be suffering watching it because I think that stuff's funny. The cringeworthy wrestling stuff is actually funny to me. So I wouldn't even be complaining. I'd be laughing. But, I don't do that. I'm not a guy. I watch other people's stuff and I commentate on it. I play games and I commentate while I play games. That's what I do, guys. Okay. Who's Go Hard cheer? And he said, oh, why him? Because he's a troll. I banned someone who's been trolling for days. I was trying to be very nice, but they're progressively getting worse and worse. He's saying nastier and nastier stuff, so that was enough of that. Get the fuck out of here. Do I like manicotti? I haven't had manicotti since I was living with my parents. My mom would usually make it for holidays. She would make homemade manicotti. Where she would, what it is a large tube of pasta that you would stuff with ricotta cheese, and you top it with like a baked tomato sauce, and then you top it with even more cheese and seasonings like basil and stuff like that. It's an authentic Italian dish. It's really, really good. And like I said, she would make it as like a side dish along with like baked ham and other stuff around Christmas time. So I do like it, but I haven't had it since I was young, probably about, at this point, maybe 10, 15 years ago. I can't remember the last time that I actually had like a Christmas dinner, where my mom made it. But it's good stuff. Jay Bowler says, is the load time in the game really this long? Funny enough, it is. It actually is. I'm not hiding the load times or nothing. It actually is really fucking long on Xbox One. It's terrible. I'm telling you guys. I keep telling you guys this game is shit. It sucks because, if there was other better Battle Royale, I would play it, but there's not. There's just nothing right now. That's why I'm waiting for Modern Warfare. And I'm not playing Fortnite because I hate it. The truth of the matter is, a lot of people who play Fortnite just hate it now. It was funny because, I don't follow Fortnite or anything. And randomly on Twitter, I somehow got into this feed about people who were talking about Fortnite and where it is now. And basically people were like, the people who liked Fortnite early on and played it for like the first year to year and a half as Battle Royale hate it now. Because what they're saying is the entire game is unbalanced and trash and was basically made that way so kids could play it. because they wanted kids to get into the game, so they added all kinds of stupid shit that isn't seriously put in there for competitive gameplay. And they're complaining constantly now that it's just not fun. It sucks because it's like the top battle royale game, but everyone who like wants to play it seriously fucking hates it because it really is just a fuck around game now for kids, and no one really likes to play it at a competitive level anymore, because they fucked up the game. I just find that funny, you know, because you remember what I was saying when I was playing it. I was like, damn, it really feels like this game isn't going to be very competitive once it takes off because the gimmickiness of building shit, and they keep adding these weird things to it. You know, it's going to change the game. It's going to be a fucking oddball game. It's exactly what it apparently has become, where people don't like it anymore. It took a while. You know why? Because hype is very, very, very powerful. And when you got, oh, it's the biggest game. It's the biggest one. It's the viral sensation. It's the one everyone's playing. Even if the game sucks, you tend to still keep playing it because you want to be a part of that viral sensation, right? And that's what's happened with the game. Was it kept getting shittier and shittier with stupid gimmick shit for kids, but people would still play it because they're like, oh, you know, this is the best game right now, so I guess I got to play it. Madara's God says he still likes it for the most part. Madara, since you seem to have actively kept playing it, would you agree or would you disagree that they actually just kept adding in weird oddball shit that made the game so different, and now it doesn't play like super competitively anymore? You know, fun factor's one thing. I can understand you playing it just to fuck around, and there's weird shit added to it. But would you say like fucking shopping carts and flying through the air and weirdo weapons and just oddball building stuff? Like, would you say that it's dramatically changed for the worse, or would you disagree with them? I'm curious, because since you've actively kept playing it. Zillamini says, when I played Fortnite a year ago, it didn't feel balanced. Baldy says, I think they tried too hard to innovate, and now it just feels like a mess of a game. I gotta head towards the circle. CM Full $2 million says, can you play the Quiet Man instead of this, please? Here we go again. Good lord. Vince Shamwow Slap says it's not balanced. Turk Delvey says the Battle Royale was always meant for kids. It was the Save the World PvE that was supposed to be for adults. Well, right, but then remember, almost as if by coincidence, right? All the Battle Royale stuff started blowing up at once, and that's when they decided to make the Battle Royale stuff the focus of their game, and they almost completely kind of gave up and didn't care about the PvE anymore, right? Do they even do anything for the PvE? Because the PvE was what the game was supposed to be, and they got rid of it. They got rid of the whole tower defense, right? And they just focused primarily on the Battle Royale. That's true. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Turk Delvey says, dude, they totally forgot about all the alpha buyers, because the alpha buyers are the people who actually bought the game early. They paid to get the full PvE build, and then basically that was it. They dropped it because it was the Battle Royale that was free and popular. So everyone who actually paid for the game got fucked completely because they never did anything with it. You basically got paid to get screwed over and not get any content, while the people who played it for free got all the content. Jeez, that's fucked up. I never even thought about that. Madara's God says he would actually say around the summer of 2019 things were getting bad, but then when they did the black hole and reset everything, that it's better now. Okay. Turk W says Endgame is still not finished to this day. I'm assuming that's supposed to be what was the PvE content. They just never finished it. I mean, I'm not surprised, considering it was the Battle Royale that made all the money. But at the same time, that's pretty fucked up to paid them for the initial stuff. Didn't see him. People paid for the initial stuff and got nothing for it, right? It's fucked up. Okay, Kylo Ken. Tip me $1. This doesn't make any sense. This is another stupid troll thing. I'm not gonna ignore it because the guy's an idiot. Good Game Goblin, tip me $1. Says you don't have to answer. No, I don't hear any detractor songs. I've never heard any detractor songs. Never. I would never listen to that shit. If I don't listen to modern music that's real music, why the fuck would I listen to complete fucking losers who just make songs, you know, lyrically ripping on someone and being toxic and disgusting, right? Why in the fuck would I waste my time with that shit? You know, never. And I've never done it for anyone. I don't listen to that shit. I'm fucking 37 years old. I don't have to listen to it. Some dumb fuck, brain dead kid thinking that he's cool because he's ripping on someone on the internet. RJ Optic Reaver says, why not play MK11 multiplayer? Because, a couple of reasons. Number one, the online play I didn't feel was up to snuff. I just didn't. I felt that even though the game had a design based around, if the game had perfect lagless play, it would be a good game. I felt that the online play had too much delay to do the things that were needed to counter certain things in the game, and therefore the game became incredibly frustrating to play against people online. Number two, the combat engine's alright. I think it's better than previous Mortal Kombat games, but I'm not in love with it. You know, I am more of a Street Fighter guy. Even though I played Mortal Kombat as long as I've played Street Fighter, because I played it since the first one, I still think Street Fighter's better. And for me, a game like that, I will play for a while until I basically lose my desire to really learn. And that's kind of what happened is, after playing the launch, I thought the launch was good. And then I played the first DLC or two, and I thought they were alright. And then I just kind of lost my desire to keep playing it, because I'm tired of relearning stuff and shit. And I remember it was about the time a Terminator came out. I played with him a little bit, and I was like, okay, he's a Terminator, he has some gimmicks. That's it, I don't really care anymore. And I couldn't wait to stop playing, you know? It's not that it's a bad game, it's just not something that personally I would want to play long term. So, Jay Bowler did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Jay Bowler. And Philip Jr. did a 100-bit cheer, saying there's a Nat Geo documentary about a 114-year-old World War II vet who went through the worst war in history in segregation, built his own house by hand. Okay. Oh, and then he trolled me. So he's actually saying something meaningful, and now he's basically being a troll, so he can go fuck himself and suck my ass. There you go. Suck it. Suck right on my sphincter. Get a nice big hearty turd right down your throat. Enjoy. Enjoy that lifetime ban. Suck it, baby. Suck it. Okay, let's continue. And let's see here. Anonymous Dollar Timber says, what would I do to the people who talk shit about me if I saw them in public? Nothing, because I wouldn't even know who they are. I have no idea what these people look like. I don't watch their content. I'm serious. I have no idea what any of these people look like who shit on me. I know what they say and do because people tell me regularly. I can tell from the memes that come into my stream, but I don't know who the fuck they are. I wouldn't even know. I would have no clue. In fact, didn't I tell you the one time it ever happened? So the one time ever that anything like this happened, many, many years ago. But I was at a Street Fighter tournament, and I was helping run the tournament at the time, okay? Because there was, like, not enough staff to run it, and they needed help, so I was helping. And it was Street Fighter 4, I think. Or was it Marvel vs. Capcom 3? It was one or the other. So I'm running this tournament, and this kid comes up to me, and I'm like, you know, paying attention to what's going on in the tournament. I'm making sure people are playing at the right stations. The games are running. No one's cheating. Running brackets, calling people for matches. And this kid comes up to me, and he goes, hey, Phil, I'm Wonder Waffle. And I was like, huh? I'm Wonder Waffle. I was like, oh, okay, great. Thanks. See you later. And then it was like, no lie, like 2 days later, I was just thinking, and it clicked in my head. And I was like, Wonder Waffle? Like, is that the name of the guy from that stupid video where he double perfected me with Ken in a laggy game? Because he had a terrible internet connection. And he literally would walk up and then mash Dragon Punch. But the game was so delayed, you couldn't even block the Dragon Punch. So he like double perfected me because his connection was the worst I'd ever had in Street Fighter 4. And after that, I didn't care, of course. Thing is, as you guys know, I always upload everything. Everything. I don't edit anything out. You know, plenty of people trolling me here tonight. I don't edit anything out. I always leave it 100% unedited so you see the raw stuff that actually happened and went down on one of my streams. Or back then it wasn't streams, but the raw gameplay when I played Street Fighter. I wasn't afraid to show what actually happened during gameplay. So, right, it was a round where he double perfected me, and I uploaded it, and as like the worst match ever or whatever. I think he uploaded it from his side, or someone else uploaded it saying, ha, DSP gets double perfected by Wonder Waffle or whatever. So the video ended up getting like a bunch of views on YouTube. Like back then, keep in mind, with Street Fighter 4 hot, the way it was, and me being a known guy for playing it, the fact that I got double perverted by someone, the video like went viral, and I believe it ended up getting like tens of thousands of views, probably got like 50,000 views or something crazy like that. Now, I didn't care about that shit, and we all knew, anyone who was watching my actual video would know, I actively said a million times during that match, the guy's connection is so fucking bad, it's like the worst thing ever, you know, so no one cared. But idiots who want to propagate drama on the internet spread it around as, here's evidence that Phil sucks at Street Fighter 4, he got double perfected, right? Really stupid. So anyway, so not only did this guy have the worst connection ever, then somehow start to get internet notoriety for being the guy who double perfected DSP, then he went to a tournament that I was running to basically say in my face, haha, I'm Wonder Waffle, haha. I didn't even know who the fuck he was, because I don't know anything about these people who talk shit about me. I pay no heed to it at all. Until days later, it kind of clicked up, because I was telling people. I was like, some kid came up to me and kept saying stuff about waffles or something. And I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And someone said, what did he say? Maybe Wonder Waffle? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, that's the guy who double perfected. I was like, are you serious? Because I remember he was like a short little kid. This dumb fucking kid thought that it was cool to come up to me and try to talk shit to me at a tournament. And I paid no fucking mind to him at all because I didn't know who the fuck he was. That was the one time ever in real life that anyone ever like came up to me in real life to say anything that was that fucking stupid. I don't think anyone ever will anyway. Like, what? The truth of the matter is, you see someone who's a content creator, what do you want to talk shit to them for, right? You know, it's kind of cool. You see someone who has an internet, who has some kind of notoriety, who maybe you've watched their stuff over the years, whether you like them or hate them, just to see them in real life. Why do you gotta be a fucking asshole to them in real life, you know? That's really overstepping your bounds. You know, it's one thing, you're on the internet and you're being an asshole to someone anonymously. Now you're gonna actually, like, try to fuck with someone in their real life. Like, now you're really asking for it. Because now you get arrested for stuff that you do, you know. It's a different world. Let's see here. Good game comment $50. I figured you had, and I wanted to comment on how genuine talent is squandered on trolling. Oh, I know it is. It's like I just said, I laid out a 2-month challenge, right? I said, any of these people who do this, and literally the only reason they get notoriety is because they shit on me constantly. I challenge you to not do it for 2 months, starting tonight. Let this be the new leaf you turn over. Go find productive content you can make for 2 months that'll still have a following and somehow will bring in the views and the money that you bring in when you're making fun of me. I challenge you to do it. The truth of the matter is, if you can do it and you succeed, that's a great positive thing. Because now you realize you don't have to constantly be here anymore and rag on someone. You can actually do something that's not toxic with your fucking life. But how many of these people will actually do it? Zero. There's no way. There's no fucking way I would believe that one of them would do it. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You know, I would love that. I seriously would love that if you proved me wrong. But I don't foresee it happening. I just don't. Ow. Jay Bowler Chitty said, I meant to include a message with that last year. I was wondering when you play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot if we could get some DBZ emotes. What I would say is that would be cool, and it sounds like the playthrough is going to be incredibly long. But at the same time, you know, it takes a lot of work to make custom emotes. So I would have to ask, you know, people who make the custom emotes if they would be willing to even give it a shot. It would be completely up to them. I would not be pressuring people into doing it. I don't have money to pay anyone to do it. It would have to be like volunteer work, you know. So if people, you know, if someone was actually interested in doing that, absolutely, I'd be open to it. But there's no way that I'm going to try to like force people. There's no way that I can actually promise you that, Jay Bowler. You know what I mean? Space Cadet did 100-bit cheers. Says, hey, Phil, ever play Splinter Cell Chaos Theory? One of my favorite games of all time. Did I? I don't remember. I started playing a Splinter Cell for YouTube in 2009, and that's when I got the false copyright strikes that temporarily shut down DSPGaming. Excuse me, Darkside Phil, my original channel. That's why I made DSPGaming, because it was actually, you know, those false copyright strikes that led me to have to create a second channel to keep uploading. Popsicolo, true, I have 3 DBZ emotes, right? I have myself as a Super Saiyan, and then with blue hair, and I think I have one with red hair as well. I think I have those 3. So I do have 3 DBZ emotes that I could add that I already had previously. I guess that would be the extent that I could promise. I would have to find those, though. I have no idea where they are at this point. Those are years. I mean, those are like... Think about that. That was from the launch of Dragon Ball FighterZ. That was early 2017, right? Yeah. Holy shit. Or was it early 2018? I mean, still, it was like over 2 years ago. So, I have to find where the hell all that stuff ended up. Danny in space, this is my job. If I don't ask for money for 2 months, I go out of business, you fucking buffoon. You complete idiot. You just dunderhead and... Oh my god, you're stupid. Yes, I will not work for 2 months. That sounds like a good idea. Oh wait, I'm not a moron like you. Oh my god. Uzi Gohart, I do not talk about trolls a lot at all. I mention them once ever on pre-stream, right? To say we don't talk about them on stream. And if we have a stream like this that's meant to be interactive, and there's some open discussion that goes towards that, and I feel that it's something that I can actively, intelligently discuss, then we'll talk a little bit about it. But you notice I'm not specifically bringing up any specifics about anyone. I'm not leading anyone to their content. I'm just in very brief generalities talking about the stuff, right? By the way, I'm going the wrong fucking way because I'm not paying any attention. I'm supposed to be going the other way. God damn it. So, I don't talk about them all the time. Uzi Go Hard. It sounds to me like you, maybe have the wrong mindset, if you know what I mean. I'm sure you do. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, what time is it? Alright, I'm streaming. Guys, FYI, I'll be streaming for about another 20 minutes or so, FYI, tonight. Just so you guys know. So it's either going to be my last game or next. This will probably be my next to last game, being that I'm probably going to die. Alexander Rossi Chudy said, Infinity Ward said Modern Warfare 2019 was the fastest selling Call of Duty in history. Who the hell is buying that broken ass game? I am not against believing that it sold. I'm against believing that it's the biggest selling game in history. That's horseshit. That sounds to me like semantics. Like they found a way to word it to make it sound like it's the biggest selling game when it's not. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's the fastest selling. What does that mean? Fastest selling? Huh? What criteria? What are the metrics they use to determine how fast a game sold? I'd love to see their numbers, because I'm sorry, but I really don't believe that that's the biggest selling one for sure. You know what I mean? What the fuck does fastest selling mean? And what does that even mean in regards to the success of a game? Because it sold fast at first? That doesn't mean that it's good. It just means people rushed out and bought it. Some people rushed out and bought it day one. Maybe they hated it and never played it again, right? It doesn't mean shit. Okay. See, but that's not true. Lyle says, by seeing how many copies sold in a certain amount of time. I don't even believe that's what it is. I seriously don't. If you're going to tell me that Modern Warfare, right, sold better than, say, Modern Warfare 2 or, what was it, Black Ops 2. These are like giant, insane sales events. These were events where people were lining up in droves to buy the fucking games, right? You know what? Here's what I think they're going to say. And this is how stupid this is. Oh, by like, 1 a.m. that day that the game came out, it sold more copies than ever. To which you would attribute, yeah, because it's digital sales. So the digital sales are instant. So, of course, it sold more. Back in the day when you're looking at games that were actually more popular, like Modern Warfare 2, that game didn't have digital sales. You had to buy the physical copy. So, of course, it took more time to sell the copies because people had to go to the fucking store and wait in line to buy them. Now you get instant gratification, right? So watch it be something dumb, a really dumb fucking metric like that. Where like, oh, it sold more quickly because more copies were sold by 1 a.m. than ever before. It's like, yeah, because you're a fucking idiot and you're skewing data to make it sound like it's more popular than it was. And by the way, again, I'm not saying I don't believe that it sold. I do believe that it sold because them redesigning Modern Warfare, not just rehashing the same shit over and over, I think kind of sold a lot of people and they wanted to check out the game. Now, whether or not they stayed and played after a few times, who knows? But I believe that the game would have initially, oh my god, look at this. I believe the game would have at least initially sold some good numbers. Okay. At least this game, I didn't get fucking stream sniped. Finally. Jesus, took forever. It took all night, but I'm not getting stream sniped this time. No, I would not give Sea of Thieves another chance. I don't give a shit about that game. That game is a joke. In order to play, I would have to re-buy it, or not. I would have to buy it in particular because remember, I got it under Xbox Game Pass, just like everybody else. No one bought the fucking thing, so there's no chance I would go back to it because I'm not paying for it. That you want? Okay, you want to seriously? You want to talk about some fucking sales numbers fuckery? All right. Sea of Thieves. They actually had the balls to say that it was like the biggest selling game ever or something like that. I was like, what? Like, no one bought it. Everyone got it under Xbox Game Pass. So, of course, it's the biggest selling game. If you consider a sale that people got the trial of Xbox Game Pass for free, downloaded the game for fucking free and played it for a day and said this game's a piece of donkey shit. If you're counting that as a sale, of course it's like huge sales. But no one bought it. But that's what these idiots in marketing do. They spin everything to be a positive for them. They just blatantly, you know, fucking lie through their teeth to make it sound like it's good. Okay, I dropped all the junk I don't need. You know what I'm wondering? What the hell happened to the other game? Remember Ubisoft was making a pirate game? And it was interesting because there was 1 year E3, this was years and years ago, where we were seeing Sea of Thieves being advertised, and then Ubisoft press conference, they were like, oh, now here's their game, right? And it was like, oh, so both companies are making a pirate game, who's going to do the better game? What the fuck happened to the EA, or not EA, the Ubisoft game? Yeah, Skull and Bones, right? What the fuck happened to it? Is it even coming out? What the fuck? Like, huh? You would have thought they would have come out around the same time. Not even close. You almost get the feeling that they realized after how bad Sea of Thieves was and how now people are like turned off the pirate games that maybe they were like, oh, fuck that, we're not releasing it anymore or something. Call of Duty fanboy took me $1 to come back to the Call of Duty multiplayer. It's better now. No, it's not any better. Dude, I stayed away from it for what, 2-3 weeks? It's not better. Are you crazy? Oh, it's supposed to come out this year? Skull and Bones is actually supposed to come out this year? That's going to be pretty tough considering there's zero gameplay footage of any of it. No one knows what the fuck it is. Okay. Polish Frog asks, do I think Call of Duty will continue to dominate next gen? It's tough because there's really no competition. You know, Battlefield really fucked up because for a long time there it was always Call of Duty and Battlefield, Call of Duty and Battlefield, and then Battlefield lost their way and put out a couple really bad stinkers and ruined everything for themselves, you know? I seriously don't even consider Battlefield in competition with Call of Duty anymore. I think that they're a franchise that they kind of blew it. They had a chance, you know, because at one point they were selling tons, and then they just made a couple lackluster games. That was the end of it, you know? So I don't know. I don't know if anyone will step up to compare and compete with Call of Duty. Freddie B says he was watching Daigo's Street Fighter V stream, and it was all in kanji and Japanese, so he couldn't understand much. He says, but damn, that guy plays, you know, all the time. Yeah, I mean, those players, that's what I keep telling you guys. The people who are competitive at Street Fighter, dude, that's like all they do. Like, they just fucking play constantly. And that's why I don't like that, because you know me, I'm a guy who likes variety. That's what I've come accustomed to. And I wouldn't want to just sit there and play Street Fighter constantly. Like, back in the day. Alright, back in the day, admittedly, that's what I did. Call of Duty, oh my god. Street Fighter was my thing. Street Fighter was my forte. That was my jam. I would like, I'll play Street Fighter. Now, even back then, there were different ones. There was Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, oh Jesus. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Capcom vs. SNK 2. Those were called the Big Four. And those were the Big Four Street Fighter tournament games for almost a decade, okay? Since the release of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and then CVS 2, which I believe was like 2001, that was it. Those games were the tournament games until like 2008, 2009. So for like 6, 7, 8 years, that's all anyone played in the Street Fighter community. And people who were competitive, dude, all you would do is travel, go to Street Fighter tournaments, play in the tournament, go over someone's house, play at their house, go to an arcade, play in the arcade. This was your lifestyle because you had to play that much to stay on top and to stay competitive. It was an insane grind. It was a ton of time, a ton of money investment. It was... Their vehicle. It was fun, don't get me wrong. And like I've told you guys over the years, I met so many people. I did so many... Oh, shit. I did so many things. There's no way I'm going to hit him from here. I met so many people from across the country. I did so many things that I wouldn't have done because I was part of the Street Fighter competitive community. I don't necessarily regret it, but at the same time, now that I look at myself, what the fuck? Must have been someone with some kind of a rifle with a scope. Yeah, this game sucks. I look back now and I'm kind of like, you know, I wish I had done something else too. Like there was so much other stuff going on in gaming at the time that I completely missed out on. To some extent, I guess it benefits me because now I can go back as a content creator now and I can play all these games from that era that I missed. Right now, I'm playing Knights of the Old Republic. That's dead on a game that was from that era that I didn't play because I was playing competitive Street Fighter, right? You know, at the same time, I kind of look back, I'm like, damn, that was kind of my youth, you know? Before I hurt my back, that was kind of my youth when I had time, when I could have traveled and done other things. I went to Vegas 2 times? 3 times. 3 times. Yeah, I went to Vegas 2005, 2006, 2007. Las Vegas, Nevada. I've been in Las Vegas 3 times. Ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen the Las Vegas Strip. I've been to Las Vegas for Street Fighter Nationals, EVO, and I've never seen the Las Vegas Strip. I sat inside of the fucking EVO ballroom playing video games, fucking Street Fighter all day, because I'm a loser idiot. Now, I confess up to that and say I'm a complete fucking idiot. I'm in a tourist area. I could have enjoyed myself. I could have taken in the sights. Instead, I was so hyper-focused on Street Fighter during that time of my life, I didn't care about anything else. That's how dumb I was. I know now that I was incredibly stupid, but back then I was just tunnel vision Street Fighter. That's how you have, that's seriously how you have to be a Street Fighter player. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be that good, you have to play so much and hyper-focus so much that you end up missing out on so much because you're so hyper-focused on just playing Street Fighter. You know, yeah, that's that when you say, oh, I watched Daigo, but I couldn't really understand much that was going on, but he plays a ton. Yeah, I mean, it's a different thing. It really is. It's a different place. It's a different lifestyle. It really is. Let's see here. Call of Duty fanboy now tip me another $1 and says, remember the fun moments. I mean, admittedly, there were some fun moments playing Call of Duty, but sadly, the frustration far outweighed the fun moments that I had playing Call of Duty, and that's the problem. Lee Wanner did 50-bit cheer. Is how much time do you think you should get out of a game to be worth the money? I had a friend who thought that getting around 5 hours of enjoyment is enough, but I come to the old days when the game had 50 to 60 hours of entertainment in story mode alone. It depends. Everyone's different, you know. Everyone's very different. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Let's swap over here. My hair is all screwed up from the headphones, but it really depends on the genre of game. It depends on the kind of gamer you are. Like, there have been games that I've paid full retail price for, and the game's story itself was only 5 hours long, and there's multiplayer that's kind of mess around multiplayer, but I enjoyed the game so much that I felt that it was a great game. The Darkness 2, remember that game from years and years and years ago, one of the earliest games that I played for YouTube, was one of those cases where it didn't have a lot of content, But the story and the gameplay and the graphic design, everything about the game was so good while I played it that I thought it was one of my favorite games of the entire year. Flip side of that, you could get an RPG that you pay the same $60 for, right? And you could end up getting ridiculous amounts of content out of. I mean, you 50, 60, 70, 80 hours. But how much of that content is meaningful content, right? Some of it could be great, and some of it could be grinding. Some of it could be fetch quests. Some of it could be stuff that's not feeling like it's meaningful gameplay at all, to the point where you're like, damn, even though it has the game has that much content, not really, because a lot of it's, half of it's repetitive grinding, right? Think about a game like Mafia 3. You guys remember Mafia 3? The story of Mafia 3 was actually quite good, but the game had about 25 hours, no lie, of repetitive grinding to finish it. If you just played the story of Mafia 3, you could have beaten it in about 10 to 15 hours, and it would have been an outstanding game with a great story, but they padded it with garbage gameplay to make the game longer. So, in reality, for me, all right, it's not about at all the length of the game or how much you get out of it. It's how much you enjoy it. If I'm enjoying every single moment I'm playing a game and it's short but sweet, I'm happy with that. If I'm playing a game that's long but I'm still enjoying myself, I'm okay with that. The thing I don't want is a game that's short but not enjoyable, or a game that's long and also not enjoyable, right? A game that's padded to say it's super long and it doesn't have quality content. Honest fan, the sub goal this month is the return of the retrospective event, where people will be nominating and voting their favorite moments of my 11 years as a content creator for a special marathon event if we hit the sub goal, but we are way off right now because we dipped a ton of subs today. I think a bunch of sub bombs expired. Spawn Killer tipped me $1. What happened to Medal of Honor? I mean, it's a good question. I honestly don't know what happened to Medal of Honor at all. At one point, you know, Medal of Honor was another series that was right up there with everything. And then it kind of fell apart, right? It did. It's hilarious because you got a bunch of trolls in the stream to ask me about bald spots on my chin, when in reality this is all white hairs. It's white and gray hairs in my chins, which is why it doesn't look dark anymore. You know, remember my whole goatee used to be pure black, and now you can see the mustache still is, my hair still is, but this looks, you know, lighter. And they make fun of me and say it's because I have a patchy goatee or whatever. No, it's because it's all white hairs now. I'm older. I'm 37 years old. I'm going to start losing all here too as well on my face. All here is all white hairs, gray hairs on my face. That's what happens when you get older. But, you know, dumb kids don't know that. PW Dubs tipped me $1 and said, it's funny you mentioned Vegas. I'm going tomorrow. I won't be back to your stream until Wednesday. All right, well, have a good time in Vegas. What I would say is, number one, don't blow all your money gambling. That'd be really fucking stupid. It's not worth it. Number two, be sure to do a variety of stuff and have fun. There's so much to do. It's such a touristy town. There's great food. There's great entertainment. Of course, there's gambling. You know, there's so much stuff to do. Don't just go and only do one thing. See, you know, take in the gamut of everything, the big variety of everything, and I think you'll really enjoy it. You know, don't be like me. Don't be an idiot like me. Battlefield fanboy tipped me $1. Remember that time you took 2 steps and it was a spawn kill? You mean every time I played Modern Warfare? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, terrible. The spawns in Modern Warfare are absolute trash. They pissed me off. Good Game Comment says, your hair up top looks really black. Do you have any gray hairs? I actually do. Just not many. You know, I got a few here and there. Not that many. This is almost going all gray and white now, which is why it looks bad on camera. It looks, oh, it's a patchy beard. No, it's white. It's white and gray, so it, you know, looks see-through almost when it's not. It's just white. But, you know, up here, this is pretty much good. You know, dark, not a ton of white hairs or whatever. The shirt is a loot box shirt? No. This is a shirt that my wife got me. It's Abbey Road, right? It's a Mario Abbey Road shirt. Loot? You think Loot Crate? I haven't had Loot Crate in a million years. I might look cool with just a mustache, just the stash, the Tom Selleck look, just the stash. I don't know about that. Alexander Rossi says, I think those loot box things were a fad. I mean, even Loot Crate, the biggest one, filed for bankruptcy. Even the biggest fucking company that did it, that was the known one for doing it, filed for bankruptcy. So the biggest number one company that had tie-ins with Marvel Comics and WWE and all these companies to do loot crates, if they couldn't make it happen, I don't know how those things could have continued to exist, you know? It kind of reminds me of what happened to Telltale Games. Originally, Loot Crate had one line that was really popular, so they expanded into all these licensed properties. Originally, Telltale really had that big takeoff with The Walking Dead, so they expanded into all these licensed properties, and they completely just, you know, overexpanded to the point where they killed themselves, and that was the end of it. Do I miss my old shaven look? No. The only thing I miss about the old shaven look, you never have to do anything with your hair. When I woke up in the morning, my hair's ready. You know, I didn't have to ever brush it, wet it, nothing. It was boop, it's done. But outside of that, that was the one benefit of it. That's it. Like, outside of that, it kind of looked bad, and it was very cold in the winter. I'd always have to wear hats. That's why originally I started wearing those beanie hats, like the Punisher hat I have over here and everything. That's why I started wearing those, because my head was always cold. I like having hair. I do. I know it looks better. I like having it. My day off yesterday was great, Baldy. Thank you for asking. It was much better because many fewer people out there. The holidays are now officially over. Everything's back to normal. No exorbitant amounts of people out there. No holiday hustle and bustle. So it was actually a much better day off. Much enjoyed. ATS Cheers says, tonight's been fun just chilling. Yeah, you know, I didn't care about this game. I just don't care about it. I don't anymore. So it's fun. It's mostly this, when I play this, it's just chilling. In reality, if you guys really just said, fuck PUBG, just talk, I would do that too. But, you know, I like at least having the guys that I'm going to play something. Would I consider dyeing it? Dyeing what, my beard? Personally, I don't care, and my wife doesn't care. So if I don't care and my wife doesn't care, I'm not going to dye it. If one day a cat says to me, you know, it kind of bothers me, your beard's not looking good, either shave it or dye it, then I would. But I don't care. I'm fine with it how it is. Nope, we didn't eat anything at Costco. I was just saying that earlier today. I've never eaten the actual food they make at Costco. You know, they do pizzas, they do chicken, they do hot dogs, they do all that stuff. We never had that. We buy, like, we bought muffins, but we don't eat at Costco. Oh my God, CM Fool. You and your Quiet Man. Really dying for me to play the Quiet Man, huh? Ooh. The thing is, usually when we go to Costco, it's like, when we're usually going to Costco, it's usually like the middle of the day. Excuse me. So, like, it's not eating time. If we're going to eat, we either eat right away when we go out, and then we'll eat, like, a dinner later. Usually going to Costco wouldn't be the time that we'd eat, so. Spawn Killer took me $1. Did you ever lose anything while traveling? Of course, when you traveled as much as I did, you'd always leave something behind. I mean, usually it wouldn't be anything super important, but it's always very frustrating. You leave some socks or something in a drawer. You know, you leave, oh shit, a whole bottle of stuff that I bought when I was out there, and I left it in the fucking bathroom instead of taking it home with me, and I wasted all that money. The most annoying thing that ever happened to me was something that I lost during a trip. Was I was going to a tournament. I can't remember exactly which one it was. Man, I can't remember now. It was probably Evo or something. I had bought a taser, a handheld taser for personal protection because, you know, it was the first time I was kind of like going to a big one by myself, and I wanted to be sure I had some kind of protection, and it was a good taser. It was battery powered, shocked. It would actually, you know, hurt and, you know, whoa, you know, take you out. I tested it and everything. So I put it in my luggage. I checked it in my luggage. Now, I had other stuff in my luggage too, toiletries and everything. So when I got to the hotel, I start unpacking my stuff. What the fuck is this? So all my toiletries had been opened by the TSA. So I had like a little thing of baby powder, because I always take that with me on a trip, just in case if you're sweaty or whatever, you have baby powder to dry your body off or whatever. The baby powder had been completely fucking opened, and it had exploded over all of the things in my luggage. So my clothes, all my toiletries and things, covered in fucking baby powder, okay? My taser had been somehow completely disassembled. The whole thing had been taken apart. You could see The batteries were out. Everything was like taken apart. I was like, the TSA did this to my shit? Like, what right do they have to just fucking do that? It's one thing, oh, we gotta inspect for stuff. So I'm gonna squirt fucking baby powder all in your fucking luggage, and I'm gonna break your stuff. And they did. They broke it. They broke my taser. So I ended up not even having it for that trip. I was like, what the fuck is this? And the thing is, there's no recourse. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna prove who did what, right? So I got completely fucked over. You really don't know what the word toiletries means? If you don't know what the word toiletries means, I can't help you. Go buy a dictionary. Educate yourself. Do something other than troll on the internet for 5 minutes of your life. Maybe you'll know what the word means. Holy shit. No, I don't normally dry my entire body with baby powder. Oh, boy. All right, just a couple more minutes and I'm out of here for the night. No, I never had a Costco rotisserie chicken. Sounds good, but again, when you get a rotisserie chicken nice and hot from somewhere, you want to bring it right home and eat it. You know, so I guess that would have to be like, my grocery store that I go to is the Costco is not near us, so it would be like having to go out there, grab it, and rush home to eat it. So no, I've never done that. Oh yeah, Jerkster says they're a pain in the ass to cut. That's not good. If it's a good rotisserie chicken, it should fall right off the bone. It should not be a pain in the ass to cut. Bottle crunch, everybody. Was my bag searched before or after you got on the plane? Well, this was in the checked luggage. So they check that before it goes on the plane, of course. What happens is it gets checked. It goes into the back area. They choose certain ones to screen. They open. They go through it. They put a tag on it if they screened it, and then they put it on the plane. So in this case, it was my checked luggage that had been screened by them. Bozo, no, I have not thought about a hair transplant. He says, money aside, have you thought about a hair transplant? No. Never occurred to me. Never have not thought about hair transplants. Have you ever thought about getting a water filter system installed? I think you're talking about like a Brita system, a home system. I used to have a Brita pitcher. Brita pitcher, excuse me. And that's the one where you pour your water into the pitcher. It goes through the filter. And it drains it, and you know it's supposed to be filtered, taste better. And it did. For some reason, I got heartburn from it because you know it goes through a charcoal filter. So whatever residuals were left behind from that filter actually gave me heartburn. I was drinking water on streams. That's what I remember. I used to have the big ass Stein years and years ago. I was getting fucking heartburn from drinking that filtered Brita water. Since I switched over to bottled waters, I don't get it. I don't get the heartburn. So figure that out. Spawn Killer $2 million. I remember the story when your friends found your laptop and found your website. Huh? I don't even know what that means. Don't know what that means. Anyway. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. I guess that's going to be it for tonight's stream. I want to say thank you to everyone who contributed and hung out with me. In particular, it was Snake Eater, who was the top cheerer of the night. And also, it was Anthony, the Dark One, with the top tipper of the night. Thank you guys very much for all your contributions tonight. We lost more subs. See, I told you guys. I knew it. There was a sub bomb right there a month ago, and it just expired today. Because that's a ton of subs to go down in one day. We were at over 670 subs last night. And now we're at 624. So there must have been a giant bomb of subs at some point, right? Alright. I didn't get a taser on the plane, PW Dubs. It was checked in my luggage. That's how it got on there. Okay. Alright, guys. So that is it for tonight's PUBG stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining me, as always.